Salsa music, specifically the older salsa, la salsa brava, has amazing harmony, rhythms. It's a lot of fun to play, and you can translate those piano pieces to the guitar. Today we're going to look at a basic 1-4-5-1 rhythm and show you how to kind of get the syncopation and the flow of this style. Printable tabs and a backing track. By becoming a Patreon, you will see links in the notes as well as the description. My email's there if you want some one-on-one lessons, as well as links to our other social networks. All right, let's do it. Grab a guitar, brain attention span, think about subscribing, think about becoming a Patreon, follow me on in, and let's break it down. Okay, so we're going to be building this around a 4-measure loop. Our harmony is a C chord, F chord, and a G chord. And essentially, you know, you're probably used to hearing something like C, F, G, C. You don't, although salsa does have some pretty intricate harmony, we'll call it intricate, expansive, unique. You can do it with just basic chords. But of course, we're going to be mixing up the shapes a little bit. So let's look at that first measure. We're playing mostly 5-5-5. And this comes from this C shape here. The first measure, this is also from 2-3 clave. This first measure, we're going to play right here the G note on the 5th fret of the D string. If you play 5-5-5, this is a C/G chord right here. We have a G, C, E. So this is an inverted C chord. We're going to play it on the 1, then we're going to go 2 and 1, 2 and. Now you see my right hand squeezing. I want it to be staccato, so I don't want it to go. I want it to go 1, 2 and 1, 2 and. Count these out. Syncopation is going to make it tricky. Verbalize what you're playing. 1, 2 and 3 and. Second fret of the G string. This is an A note, so this technically makes our C chord a C6. 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and. F note here. We're anticipating the change, or we're actually changing to the F chord on the and before the 1. That's a very common thing in salsa, and so as you kind of organize your own ideas and you do that, just know that you're going to hit these changes usually before the 1. If we count that first measure nice and slow, we get 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, now your thumb or your index fingers right here on the 3rd fret of the D string, getting ready for this F triad. 3, 2, 1. F, A, C. So this is a full F chord. If you don't know about these triads, I'll link a video right here, because knowing these shapes of chords that you can play on the 3 middle strings is very beneficial, not only for salsa, extremely beneficial for salsa, but also rock and roll. In the city. So they're good to know. All right, so now we get to this F chord. Nothing plays on the 1 and. And then on the and, we're going to play the 1st fret of the C and the 2nd fret of the G. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And so this note right here is that G note. We land on this one and we're setting up kind of this G shape, and we'll talk about that in a second. But it went from the F to the F sharp to the G. This is also common in salsa. These chromatic movements with these passing chords. Okay, so we're going to go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And that and right there is the start of our G chord. First 2 measures, nice and slow. 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, now we're in this G shape. Same as that F down there. But if this is a G and this is the 5 chord, we can also play a G7. A G7 is a G with an F. We already found our F here, so if we go, we can go from a G to a G7. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to play the G note on the 1 this time. So we get and 1, which is a cool sound. We play this on the 1. Then we're going to do that same double stop on the 2. 1, 2, and. But the and isn't going to be the G, it's going to be the F. So it's 1, 2, and. Then we're going to do that walk up again. So we're going to go 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and. First 3 measures, nice and slow. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and. Okay? Now the last measure is similar to the first one. We're going to go ahead and 1 and do that double stop. And then on the offbeat, we're going to play 5. And then we're going to go to 7. This is an A note. Again, making our C a C6. And then we're going to go back to where we started. So we get 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, so here we go. Nice and slow. 1, 2, and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Now, a lot of this is going to be really accentuated when we play this with the backing track. So we're about to play it with some drums and with some bass. You really start to feel the groove then. Syncopation on its own, just kind of going. Not that exciting, all right? So let's go ahead and throw this to some drums and you can see the power of this. Now, if you were to do this on your own, a couple of notes, that 1 chord is very common to see the 6th interval in it. So it's very common to see your C become a C6. It's very common from the 4 to the 5 to pass in between them. And then when you get to the 5 chord, heavy use of the flat 7 is also very common, okay? So let's go ahead and put this to a drum track and feel that out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool, everyone. Thank you so much for watching to the very end of this lesson. At the end of the day, we are all learning together and we are all kind of in this together. And I say that because culturally, maybe this feels like a different world to you. I really became a fan of salsa when I moved to Colombia, and not just like Mark Anthony and these pop progressions, but the real salsa, Hector, Lavoe, Ruben. The progressions on these are just insane. The harmony's insane. It's like super jazz and syncopated rhythm. A very fun genre to explore. And if you can dance salsa, I'm specifically speaking to my friends up north, USA, Canada, and you come to Colombia, man, woman, whatever, people here are really going to receive that well. And I'm referring to Colombia, but it could be Venezuela or other countries in Latin America. And you come down and you dance some salsa, people really appreciate it. Okay, until next time, have a lovely day. Keep on rocking and rolling. Keep on sal and sing, or keep on salsa-ing. And until next time, life is good. Catch you next Monday for guitar. Take care.